Hi, boys and girls. This is Missy Kimowich, and today we're going to be doing a story problem. It's very exciting because yesterday there was a little mini holiday. Does anyone know what yesterday was? Miss Kim, what was yesterday?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, St. Patrick's Day. And actually, our story problem is about a little leprechaun. His name's Mr. Leprechaun. So while I'm reading the story problem, I want you to make a movie in your head. So close your eyes. That's the best way that I make a movie in my head so that I can picture the setting, the characters, and what the character is doing. So make a movie in your head while I read the story problem out loud. Mr. Leprechaun loves gold. He went on an adventure to find all the gold in Los Angeles. He found gold coins in downtown Los Angeles. He found gold coins in Dodger Stadium. How many gold coins did he find all together? So, as we heard the story problem, who is the character in the story? I'm going to give you guys some think time. Who is the character and what is the character doing in this story problem? Miss Rosales, who is the character?
Mr. Leprechaun.
Yes. And what is Mr. Leprechaun doing in the story problem?
He is gathering gold all around LA.
So right now we're going to look at some of the numbers that we find are number sets. And while we're looking at these numbers, we're going to choose a number set to plug into our story. And we're going to ask ourselves, what do these numbers mean in the story? Okay. So I'm going to read it again, does somebody want to try to read the story? Do I have any volunteers? Miss T, go ahead and read the story problem again.
Mr. Leprechaun loves gold. He went on an adventure to find all the gold in Los Angeles. He found some gold coins in downtown LA. He found some gold coins in Dodger Stadium. How many gold coins did he find altogether?
Beautiful. So, Miss Kim, do you want to pick a number set for us?
And then read it again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I decided that I'm going to pick the first set. So, Mr. Leprechaun loves gold. He went on an adventure to find all the gold in Los Angeles. He found 17 gold coins in downtown LA. He found 23 gold coins in Dodger Stadium. How many gold coins did he find altogether?
Beautiful. So we have 17 and 23. I circled the number set just to make sure that we know what number set we're focusing on. What does the 17 mean in our story problem? I'm going to give us some think time. What does 17 mean in our story problem? Miss Valencia, what does 17 mean in our story problem?
The 17 means the number of gold coins he found in downtown LA.
Yes. And what about the 23? What does 23 mean in this story problem, Miss Rosales?
23 is the amount of gold coins Mr. Leprechaun found at Dodger Stadium.
Beautiful. So now we know what these numbers represent, because when we have numbers in story problems, they usually represent something related to the problem. So now we need to figure out what we're trying to solve in this story problem. So I'm going to give us some think time. I want you to read the problem to yourself, whisper read or fish lip read, seeing what is the problem asking us to do. Okay, so when you have an idea, just put a thumb up on your chest when you know what we are asked to do in this story problem. All right. Miss Kim, do you know what we're asked to do in this story problem?
Yes, the question that we are trying to solve is how many gold coins did the leprechaun find all together?
Beautiful. So how many gold coins did he find all together? And what does all together mean? Does anyone know what all together means? Ms. Rosales?
The total amount of something, in this case, gold coins.
Beautiful. So the total amount. So we know that Mr. Leprechaun found 17 gold coins in downtown LA, and he found 23 in Dodger Stadium. So we want to figure out how many gold coins he found all together in those two locations. So I'm thinking, what kind of problem would this be? Are we going to be adding or subtracting? We'll see. Miss Kim, what do you think we're going to be doing?
I think it's adding because first he found 17 gold coins and then he found more gold coins later when he went to Dodger Stadium. So because he found more, what I think is plus means more, but that's what I think.
Does anyone have a different idea, or are we all in agreement with Miss Kim? Agree. I see Ms. Rosales. She's showing me.
I agree.
Agree. Okay. So there are many ways we can solve this problem. I'm going to give us some think time to think of a strategy we can use to solve this problem. So boys and girls at home, you can pause the video right now and think of how and plan what strategy you will be using to solve the problem. Give us some think time. All right. Do we have any ideas of how we can solve it together? I know we have different strategies like counting on or counting back, number line strategy, tens and ones maybe, or maybe there's a new strategy we can come up with. All right. Miss T, can you tell us the strategy that you are planning to use?
Do you want me to show you how I did it on my piece of paper?
Of course.
Okay, so I did the tens and ones strategy. And so I did the tens for 17, I added 1 10 and then 7 ones. And then I did 23, which is 2 tens and 3 ones. And then I counted the ones after that and I realized, oh, there's 10 ones. But I know I can't have 10 ones because I can convert the 10 ones into an actual 10. And so I circled it and then I moved it over to the 10th place and I added an extra 10 there. So then I counted how many ones I had, which was 0. And then now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, which gives me the number 40.
Beautiful. So I'm writing her strategy so that everyone can see clearly. So this is Miss T's strategy, so that everyone can see. So first, Miss Kim, what did Miss T do to solve the strategy?
So Miss T basically, she broke it into tens and ones. And so so she was able to add the ones first and then add the tens.
So she had 7 ones and then she added 3 more, which made
10
ones. And then we moved it over and made a 10 rod. And then this got canceled out. And then she counted how many ones she had, 0 ones left over. And then all together, how many tens? She had 4 tens. Beautiful. Was there another strategy? Maybe we want to share another strategy. Did somebody else do something differently? One more strategy. Ms. Rosales.
So I did this, which are number bonds.
Ooh, okay.
So I had 17, broke it apart to 10 and 7 here. And I had 23 and I had 20 and 3. I took the 7 and the 3 and I made a friendly number, which is 10. And then I made an addition sentence, 10 plus 20 plus 10 more is 40.
Beautiful. All right, so you started with 17 and then you broke it apart and made 10 and 7 into friendlier numbers. Then you had 23 and broke it apart into friendly numbers as well, to 20 and 3. And then you saw that 7 and 3 make 10. So you put those together to make 10. And then you added them all together, 10 plus 10 plus 20.
Yes.
And did you write the equation on the bottom as well? 10.
Yes.
There we go. Plus 20 first, plus 10 equals 40. Beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how can we say how many gold coins did Mr. Leprechaun find? So let's see. Let's use a sentence frame. Mr. Leprechaun found gold coins in Los Angeles. So let's read it all together. We know how many he found, so let's say it in a complete sentence. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Leprechaun found 40 gold coins in Los
Angeles.
All right, so boys and girls, you can come up with a strategy on your own. Maybe you did something differently, or maybe you did the same strategy as one of us. But there are so many different ways to solve this problem. So come up with as many as you can. And there are different number sets that you can use as well. We used one of the many, and there are more they get more challenging as you go across the page. So try your best to challenge yourself at home and to find a new strategy to make sure that you are ready when you come back to the classroom. Bye.
Bye.